Do you know that feeling when you are watching a tutorial video and you kinda get it, but then when you finish it, it seems like you can't remember anything and you need to get back and rewatch it. Unfortunately, this pattern repeats and you feel that you're stuck. The best thing that you can do here is to become a proactive learner. Don't just passively consume the content sitting back and watching a tutorial. Try to do some combination of watching a tutorial and then trying it yourself in a real life. Look for tutorials where the creator goes through every single line of code and watch it while coding alone. Make sure you're able to run the project at every step on the way. When going through your chosen tutorial, you won't understand everything you are doing, which can be unpleasant. Try not to worry too much about this. Leave it for later. I remember when I was learning iOS development, I was trying to learn a new programming language by watching a tutorial of building a simple iPhone app. I tried to create what I've just learned from the tutorial without looking too much at the source code. It helped me to remember the things better and also to identify the weak points in my knowledge. I am Boris, I'm a software engineer from Tel Aviv, and I'm sharing with you the learning techniques that back in the days saved me from some common pitfalls, causing to waste time when learning to code. Being a proactive learner means that you shouldn't memorize things. Do you remember how we were taught at school and had to learn different vocabulary words, history dates, random formulas to pass our quizzes and exams? You are not at school now and obviously you don't need to remember the things in order to use them. Coding is an applicable skill and it's not just a random collection of facts. That's why the best thing that you can do is just playing around the new knowledge that you are getting. No developer is going to know everything. You need to understand that even top engineers seem to know a lot. It's just because of their rich working experience and not because they're trying to memorize the stuff. We all use Google, Stack Overflow, ask questions, and look at the things online all the way while building different projects. I know everyone says it, but it's really important. That's why all the YouTubers, including me, repeat it again and again. What probably others don't tell is that the first step you need to take in order to learn a new technology is simply to start using it before you understand it. I'll say it again, start using it before you understand it. This is a much better approach than trying to understand everything first and then only start using it. I do this every time when I'm learning something new. In addition to the main benefit of getting a new knowledge this way, you also get some code examples to refer back to at the later stages of your learning, which is highly useful. I always get back to the code I wrote multiple times even to refresh my memory, each time with improved insight into the subject. Also, this is the quickest way to discover in which areas you'll need to focus your efforts on. Before you start, you don't even know what you don't know. So you have no way of knowing out which parts of the technologies you are going to struggle with. You want to uncover this as soon as possible to build a plan, which brings me to the next tip. It's very easy to get lost without having a roadmap or a plan. If you have already set a goal, for example to build some specific mobile app, you just need to break a big project into small problems and figure out what you need to learn in order to solve every problem one by one. If you don't have any goals set, you may build your roadmap by going through some online bootcamp curriculum. So the biggest benefit of this approach is that you'll not only know when and what to learn, but also you'll be able to see your progress and feel that you are actually getting somewhere. Anyway, even following a pre-made path could be really tough, because you see how many different things you need to learn, and you start jumping from one area to another. Try to focus only to learn one thing at a time. I know the learning process is not linear, and some different areas blend one into another, so of course it's not a law, but it's more a kind of a recommendation to stay on one subject until you feel you have a decent grasp of the basics. All these learning techniques won't transform you overnight into a coding expert. There are no magical shortcuts and it's still going to take time to become a software engineer. Just believe in yourself and watch my next video to understand how not to fail during your learning process. See you in the next one.